Here we go.
All right. I think we're ready. I think we're nice and set up. My microphone preamp's working correctly. The levels sound good. So what's up?
Yeah. SPUDs.
Wonder if that's going to spike. Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Josh.
And this is the PUDs Podcast. It actually didn't sound like it did on my end. Cool, so we're back with another SPUDs episode.
Back with the SPUDs.
Yeah, and we figured in light of Turkey Day coming up quick, it'll be actually almost a week from today pretty much. It's the Wednesday. But
yeah.
The Wednesday before, a week before Thanksgiving, so.
Yeah, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I said that in a really awkward way. Just be like,
yeah.
it's a week away.
We're a week away.
Yeah, it's the Wednesday of the week before Thanksgiving. Is what I should have said. Away. I was trying to confuse people, throw them off.
I'm looking forward to it. Thanksgiving might be my second favorite holiday.
What's your Christmas. Behind Christmas. I think
behind Christmas.
Thanksgiving, I think, is almost my favorite holiday. Not gonna lie, I just feel like it's fun.
Yeah.
Especially because we have like everybody over our house now. Like we're sort of the house that both sides of the family kind of go to.
Yeah. Is that kind of what you do every year? They come to you?
Yeah, I think this is the fourth year we've been doing it. Because I think the first one was COVID. So yeah, 20, and then this will be 2023. So yeah, the fourth year. Yeah, like Ash's parents come over, and then my mom comes over, and then a good chunk of her family comes over as well.
That's
so
pretty
it's
good.
Fun. It's good to be the house that everybody comes to. Because before that, we were like the people that were running to either houses, kind of back and forth. And then we kind of resolved. I think after we did that, after we were married, before we were married, we just kind of resolved that we just like basically do our own thing on Thanksgiving, because it just becomes a lot to go to like multiple. Like I used to go to my aunt's house and stuff too, and my parents' house, and it just became like too much to. Not that we're that far apart between Carmel and Fairhaven, or we were that far apart, but it was kind of a lot to do. So
it gets even tougher though. It gets even tougher once you get kids. When you have kids involved, and you gotta pack them up and move them all around, especially when they're younger.
Yeah, to bring like a pack and play and all that jazz, and make sure they're like going to bed, and
got to keep them entertained in somebody else's house that doesn't have any toys or child-friendly objects for whatever 6 hours or whatever.
Yep, try to make sure they don't get into any shenanigans or hurt themselves.
Yeah. Did you have like a family tradition for your Thanksgivings before you started doing them at your house?
So like way back when, I think we used to go to my grandmother's house, my dad's mom's house, and then once she kind of got older, my dad kind of would just do it, and like me, my dad, and my mom would usually do like more of like a dinner meal, and then sometimes we go to like my aunt's or go to other places in the morning. Yeah. But it kind of became just like generally us on Thanksgiving. Yeah. Sometimes my aunt would come over, but yeah, it was kind of a smaller vibe. But I always liked it growing up, especially like middle school, high school, because like I just equate it to like waking up, like playing video games and like just doing what you want all day, and then just eating like a crap ton of food. And then in college, yeah, pretty much. No, not as much anymore. Yeah. But yeah, and for a while I remember going surfing on Thanksgiving morning. It used to be fun too when I surfed. Nice. For some reason, a lot of years like the surf was decent on Thanksgiving morning. Yeah, it's always cool. Then eat a ton of food after that. It tastes so good.
I bet, just to warm up, just to go inside and warm up and eat a bunch of food after surfing in November, like that must be tough, dude. Yeah,
it was fun. Yeah, you get into like wetsuits and all stuff like that, so you actually stay pretty warm. But
nice.
But yeah, so we get the bird now and get a whole hodgepodge of food that people bring and stuff. And I do my dad's like old stuffing recipe. That's kind of my contributions, are the 24-pound turkey and stuffing.
Yeah. Did you go to the turkey farm?
Yeah, we're going to be plugging another free plug, Bill Wing Turkey Farm in Seekonk on Route 44. I've been going to them for the past couple of years now.
Yeah, for the listeners, Nick is he goes and picks out his turkey fresh off the farm. He picks it out. I want that one, Daddy. Yeah. I want that one. Shoot him.
I want that turkey. No, I wish it was that legit. That'd be pretty funny. But yeah, you do call them ahead of time, and you kind of give them like how many pounds you want, and they give you like an agreed upon price, and you go there with cash and pick it up. So it's fun, and it's always like a mad scramble. This year, the owner actually was telling me like, hey, don't like come like super early. So they started during COVID where they'd give people like certain times to come pick up their turkey. And like everybody pretty much just ignores that and goes like as soon as they open and tries to get the turkey. And the owner was funny on the phone. She's like, yeah, I don't know if people think like we're gonna run out of turkeys or something crazy. Like we literally ordered the amount of turkeys.
And like, we're a turkey farm.
And she's
that's
like,
all we got. She's like, we got nothing else.
Yeah, and she's like, we do check names and stuff. It's not like we just give away random turkeys. Like you do need to reserve one in advance. Like people will come last minute. And she's like, if it's like the day before or the night before, like sometimes they'll have some extras that you can pick up. But generally, like they pretty much check and they're pretty diligent with that. But it's kind of funny. People get all crazy around the holidays, and it starts with Thanksgiving turkeys.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, I'm a 18 cents a pound frozen turkey guy.
Yeah.
But it's like my family growing up, we never really actually had a tradition. It was like the one holiday because I had so much like family and extended family and like step grandparents and things like that it was like it was just kind of we did our own thing. So we wouldn't necessarily like do something with the whole family every year. And actually for a while, like for a lot of years, I would just go to one of my friends' houses, like his grandmother's house. I would go with him to their Thanksgiving dinner at his grandmother's house. So and then I'd come back home and double dip and get a little whatever my father made.
That's nice.
For Thanksgiving.
Ooh, double dipping.
Yeah, double dipping dog. But yeah, so I've been cooking the turkey for us, my family and Melissa's family for the last 6 years, I think. I've been cooking the turkey.
That's cool.
And it's easy. It's nice to just get it out of, have that be my one thing, my one contribution, because it's the big contribution. So everybody kind of just leaves you alone and lets you do your thing with the turkey.
That's what I love about being the turkey person. And like once you commit to being the turkey person, it's like just everything else follows suit. You can be like, okay, so like we'll do it at our place. We also have a decent sized dining room and everything. Yeah, to fit everybody. So that also, and we're in between like a lot of her family and my mom and stuff. So it's kind of convenient for people to come there. But I agree, it's like awesome being the turkey guy or gal.
Yeah, and we're hosting this year for the first time. So like,
okay, oh yeah, that's right.
Before I had to cart that bird somewhere else. Now it's just staying right in my kitchen. So
yeah, that's annoying to have to like. I've never actually had to like take our turkey and like bring it places. That sounds weird. It sounds like I'm imagining you with like a turkey on a leash. You're like, hey buddy, come on.
That is exactly how I actually brought it around. So you weren't that far off. But Thanksgiving's funny, man. Like, and actually for a few years we didn't even cook anything, and we would get with my grandparents and go to the Viking Hotel in Newport.
Is that like...
You ever been down there? It's right on the water.
I think I've seen... Is that on America's Cup Avenue or whatever that street that goes like...
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was like, sure. Whatever. It's on the water. I know.
The big one.
I know relatively where it is.
Yeah,
downtown
we
Newport.
would go there. We actually went there probably at least 4 or 5 times throughout my childhood, and like did Thanksgiving as a family with my grandparents there, and
that's cool.
My aunt, some of my aunts and uncles, and it was cool, man. Like, it's not the same as sitting down in somebody's house and like the intimacy of family time as it is like eating at a hotel with 150 other people or whatever. But
yeah, I mean, people do a lot of different things for Thanksgiving though. Like I know people like would get Chinese food like literally on Thanksgiving. Yeah. Like people do different things. It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how traditions are born and stuff like that. It's the one. It's like also like the one holiday like that. It's tough to like. You can't see everybody. Like Christmas.
No,
you can do the Christmas season, and like pop in, do Christmas Eve, do Christmas with one part of the family, Christmas Eve with another part, or have a Christmas party. But there's no now. Friendsgiving is a thing. Like that's become a thing in the last 5-10 years. Like, but Thanksgiving, that's the tough holiday to go see all your friends and family unless you're all in the same place.
I think so. I don't know if it's still that way, but I know that pretty much the days before Thanksgiving were the heaviest American travel day. like
Right.
of the year compared to any
Yeah.
other holiday. Like it's the
Yeah.
holiday that most people like will travel for and go home for or go to different places.
I think I heard too, like the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving is like the biggest, like one of the biggest nights at the bars that
Yeah.
there is.
I was gonna mention that. Like I feel like not so much anymore because we have kids and stuff, but I feel like that
Yeah.
used to be like the unofficial like go back to your hometown and like
Oh yeah.
meet people who are back in town as well and
Yeah.
go hit bars, or like we used to do like fires in my parents' backyard and we'd end up with like 20 or 30 people because a lot of people would just be back from college
Yeah.
and whatnot. And we actually used to do some full void shows. I don't know if you ever made it to any of those. Like in
No.
my parents' backyard, we like literally would set up Nate's drums outside and like just play in my parents' backyard, which was
That's before my time, buddy.
yeah, that was a pretty fun time.
Yeah, those days, like when you're younger, the night before Thanksgiving's can get
It's the
pretty
It's
wild.
it's like the witching hour.
Yeah,
Those
especially
last
when you
couple
have
hours.
no responsibility of like besides maybe peeling the potatoes in the morning for your dinner.
You're like, I have to wake up at like 10:30 and like,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
help stir some stuffing and stuff.
Right.
Gotta
Right.
play some video games because
Yeah.
that's a priority.
It's crazy
Yeah.
though. Like every year though, like you go into the store to get like your Thanksgiving stuff, and it's like Christmas has just been it's just waiting around the corner, like its eye popping out of the closet, like I'm coming.
Yeah.
Because all that stuff's already up. Like they already cleared out all the shelves for everything that's gonna be Christmas, and there's trees up everywhere. Like back in October, like it's wild. Thanksgiving kind of gets crapped on a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I know there's someone around here that used to. I'm trying to think which house it was. It was definitely in a neighborhood around here. Maybe it was off 44, but they used to have like one of those blow up like turkey decorations, and it kind of it had a little sign in front of it that was like, "Hey, what about me?" or something like that. Because like
Yeah.
people get so it's like Halloween and then it's straight into Christmas, especially
Yeah.
with decorations. The turkey gets
Yeah,
no respect.
You're right. The turkey does get no respect, but trust me, we make art on Thanksgiving Day with those turkeys.
Yeah, how do you do your turkey? What's your method of preparation? Hook the
It's
bird.
an old family recipe. It's called the oven bag.
Oh yeah, I always forget that you do the oven bag.
Yeah, we do the oven bag, just like my father before me and his father before him.
Since you got off the Mayflower.
Yeah, since the Mayflower days, they
use a
said
bag.
bag it and tag
Yeah, yeah, that's what Meta Comet said to the pilgrims.
it. Yeah,
We bagged the turkeys.
but no, yeah.
That's how we
So
keep them
I
so
use
moist.
I use the turkey bag in a roasting pan, and I season it up nice, a little bit of butter and some garlic and some of those nice spices on there. And it's just the nice part about the bag is it just the whole turkey stays moist. You don't have to baste it. It's basting itself the entire time. So it's like it's really makes it super, super simple. So I never even really have to open the oven. I just know in whatever 3.5, 4 hours it's gonna be done. I just pop it open and we just carve it up and we're good to go.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you use a thermometer or anything in it? No?
Yeah.
You do?
I'll use
Okay.
the thermometer just to make sure it reaches temperature, but you can tell once all the meat starts falling off the bone, it's pretty much good to go.
It's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do sort of a similar thing. And this is just from that Bell Wing Turkey Farm. But when you pick up your turkey, they have like a specific way for cooking their turkeys, and they actually give you like parchment paper to sort of throw over the top of it, and then they tell you to like use olive oil or butter you put on top of it. So it kind of does the same thing where it sort of like keeps your turkey sort of sealed to a degree, and it sort of, I guess, partially steams itself and kind of stays moist. And then you got that butter, like olive oil sort of thing dripping on it. And I think like the last half an hour you kind of take it off so it gets sort of crispy, and it works really well. I do stuff it with like vegetables and apples and stuff like that, and I do poultry seasoning.
Oh, you do stuff your turkey?
Yep. Yeah, not with meat stuffing. I just usually use
Yeah.
vegetables and seasoning. And I make sure I
Yeah.
take out the giblets and the neck and all that stuff.
Yeah. I don't stuff. I'm not a stuffer.
Yeah, I never liked the meat stuffings. That kind of always like skeeved me out because I guess that's probably like one of the number one ways people get food poisoning on Thanksgiving is people have stuffing
it's
inside the
stuffing
turkey, and like
turkey itself.
the turkey juice like gets into the
Salmonella
stuffing.
or whatever.
I mean, I love like the meat stuffing that people will do in turkeys and whatnot, but
Yeah. I don't.
but yeah,
I'm
I never
actually.
liked that.
And we'll probably get into our plates in a little bit, but I am not a fan of stuffing. I don't
like any
stuffing.
kind of stuffing, like meat stuffing, no bread stuffing.
It's, like I'll eat it every once in a while. But
I'm gonna save you some bread stuffing this year.
It's something about soggy bread. It's not doing it for me.
No,
I'm not a fan.
Even soggy bread that tastes like turkey soup, basically.
Yeah, I'm good. I have the turkey already, and there's nice fresh hot dinner rolls. I can put my butter on and get my bread that way. I don't need it. I don't need it in cube form that's been soaked in turkey juice.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of the bread stuffing.
Yeah. So what's your ideal plate then? What's your ideal Thanksgiving plate?
So as far as what we in our family sort of collectively makes, other than the turkey, I do like bread stuffing a lot. I like the meat pies that Ash's mom makes, those Meme Lisa. So they're like the French sort of Canadian meat pies.
So she makes French meat pies?
Yeah.
It's funny, man,
really good meat
what
pies.
Different people bring to Thanksgiving dinners.
Yeah.
Like
that's just
French
a holiday. That's like a holiday thing in general. Like she'll just make, I think when she makes it, she uses like a pretty good sized pork butt. So it's just like, if you're not just going to make like one meat pie if you're making meat pies. Like it's just as easy to make like 3 or 4. Because you're pretty much doing the same thing and then just putting them all in the oven and putting them together.
French meat pies, tasty.
Dude,
it's
good.
Let me tell you, that's a very underrated food is French meat pie.
And they freeze super well too. So like a lot of times, like she'll give us an extra one. We'll just freeze it and heat it up whenever.
Yeah, just pop it in the oven. It's so tasty. A little bit of gravy on that bad boy.
Yeah, and then probably my third favorite thing that I would just throw in there, because I don't want to like be like, I love green bean casserole too. That's also super awesome.
Oh, I love green bean casserole. I love that this
room. But her Ash's mom also does, it's like a broccoli quiche with like, you actually use, I think it's basically like eggs, broccoli, like some other veggies, maybe like onions and garlic, and then it's almost like Velveeta cheese or something like that she uses in it. It's definitely not good for you, but it's freaking delicious. Like I'll just eat like a whole pan of it. It's so good. I like mixing it with the turkey or like ham or something like that. It's so good.
Yeah. See, I'm a fan of broccoli and cheese, and my friend's grandmother used to make the best broccoli and cheese casserole with like the breadcrumbs on top or whatever, and it would get nice and crispy and crunchy and delicious. But you lost me at the egg. I'm not
I love eggs.
I know.
So it's just perfect. it's just perfect.
Yeah, you love egg and everything. Keep that egg out of my broccoli.
Yeah,
I don't need any egg in my broccoli.
That's really good. I mean, there's the normal stuff. Like I'm not like a giant, like mashed potatoes, like okay, or like vegetables, but those are probably my favorite things. I'm not a fan of cranberry sauce either.
No.
I
love cranberry sauce.
You would.
And I'm like and it has to be the one from the can that just comes out the
Ocean
Spray.
Spray.
Can.
Ocean Spray.
Yeah, Ocean Spray.
Hey, at least where we are, it's like, I mean, it's literally in like Middleborough or whatever. Yeah. Ash's Aunt actually works for them, so
yeah,
she always brings like
fresh
Ocean Spray stuff.
Tell her to sponsor the pod. If we get sponsored by Ocean Spray, we'll really make it.
Just imagining our little logo with an Ocean Spray logo on top of it. That'd be funny.
I'll make my hair look like an Ocean Spray wave.
I could see that actually. That's funny. So what's your favorite plate? What's like your top threes?
So I'm a dark meat turkey guy. You like dark meat or light meat?
I like both. I'm not like I try to get like a leg or a wing usually, but I'm a turkey skin person. I freaking love crispy turkey skin. That bird will be half naked by the time we actually sit down to eat. It's gonna happen.
That's why you make it, and then you carve it so you can get little nibbles.
I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, I'm way more into the sides than I am the actual turkey itself. Like turkey's good, it's fine, but like give me a good green bean casserole, give me a good broccoli and cheese casserole, some like. My family used to make carrots and turnip. I don't know if you've ever had carrot. Yeah, carrots and turnips good. Some squash, some sweet potatoes, some regular potatoes, some mashed potatoes, some corn, like cream corn. Give me all those sides, and then get that nice a little bit of. It's got to be cold. The nice cold cranberry sauce straight from the jar or the can, and then just pour gravy on top of that whole thing. Just pour it all on there.
I like gravy too. I guess that's kind of just a given as well. I usually mix some of the fresh turkey broth in the gravy, add a little extra poultry seasoning, get a little extra kick.
Are you a dinner roll man or like a cornbread man?
Like a dinner roll. My mom actually gets
Yeah.
these. I think they're called like squash rolls. I imagine they actually do use some squash in them from
Yeah.
Brown University. But she'll always get, and they're like super moist and like almost like you can mold them like Play-Doh. Like it's that kind of consistency. They're so good. Cut one of those in half and put some turkey on top of it. So
Yum.
tasty.
Yum yum.
Yeah, dude.
How about leftovers? Are you like a meticulous like leftover guy? Like you just remake a plate, or do you do like a sandwich? What do you do for leftovers?
It depends. I'm big into making like turkey salads, and usually what I'll do if we have enough left, I should say. I think last year we actually didn't have enough left, but I'll actually save like some of the broth and like the excess turkey meat that's left from when I'm like cleaning at the end of the night, and I'll usually save that and freeze it and use it for like a turkey soup later, which is always like delicious. You get that fresh turkey stock.
Nice.
But yeah, turkey salad. I think we got a ham coming too, but I like making ham salad left over. I'll just do like turkey BLTs, like just make up some bacon, do some turkey BLTs.
You are a very dignified man. I just throw
I'm simple.
I throw all the leftovers into a bowl, so I get a little bit of everything, put it in a bowl, and just mix it all up and just
not
eat
even
like,
on a
like
not even
savage.
on a plate.
I'm such a bowl guy. Like if you can put anything in a bowl and like
Turkey
mix
bowl.
it all together, I'll just eat it like that. Like I love it. That's how I like to eat my foods.
It is convenient to eat it like that for sure.
You don't have to mess. No time to waste on trying to heat everything up the right way. Just throw it all in a bowl, put it in the microwave for like 2 minutes, and then have at it.
When you were saying carrots, it made me think of a recipe that my dad used to make a bunch that I've only made a handful of times, but he would do carrots with like really just butter and seasoning, and you use dill, like fresh dill with it, and that's really good. I'm like, maybe I gotta talk to Ash after this. I'm like, maybe we'll do that. They're super easy to make too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good staple.
Carrots and turnip was like that was something my father
like mashed carrots and turnip. Or
yeah,
like,
so yeah, it's mashed. It's all mashed, and it's like I don't know why, but it's like. It's incredible. It's so good.
It's funny too because I feel like turnips are like not very appetizing by themselves. No. Like I think occasionally I've eaten them in like carrot. I think like I've eaten them in salad occasionally, but I think my dad would do a similar one where it might have been sweet potatoes and then but still like carrots and turnips. I forget what the recipe was called, but it was something similar. But it was all things that like I wasn't a super big fan of, like even when I was younger. And then like he'd make that, and I'm like, I'm down with this. I can eat this.
Yeah, that's how it is. Thanksgiving, you get out of the comfort zone, dude. You stop eating tater tots and you start eating carrots and turnip.
Getting to be healthy. And then there's always tons of desserts usually as well. I think we got someone bringing like an apple pie. I freaking love apple crisp. If anybody's listening out there and you want to send me an apple crisp, I'd be really happy.
Send Nick an apple crisp. The guy needs a crisp.
Freaking love apple crisp.
You just gotta figure out how to make it, dude. It's not that hard.
Yeah. I mean, we made it before. I should say Ash has made it. I haven't made it. I don't really bake that well.
I think Melissa's actually making an apple crisp for Thanksgiving.
Well, she made that at your house, right?
That was the really same good one she made. Yeah,
it was really good.
She had you guys over. We had you guys over.
Yeah, that was super good. And it was gluten free too, but it was very good.
Yeah, she does a good job with that. So we got that, and I'm making. I'm not making. I have a salted apple caramel cheesecake.
Ooh.
Yeah, so.
Isn't that the same flavor you brought to our house?
Yeah, it's the same one.
That was really good. That was super good. I'm not super into cheesecake usually either, but I very much enjoyed that one.
Yeah. It's a nice fluffy cheesecake, so.
Yeah, it's
light.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe. It's not like, I just imagine getting like cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory, and it's like just some of it's good, but it's like too much. It's like your cheesecake was very approachable. It was an approachable cheesecake for me.
It was a gentle cheesecake. It's like whipped. It's almost like a whipped cheesecake.
It kind of reminded me of pies, and maybe not, I guess a little bit of a gross story, but like I remember around Thanksgiving, like we'd always get fresh apple cider, which is also just a delicious thing. Like we'd go to like the Big Apple up in Rentham or whatever. Yeah. But when I first started to like apple pies, because I didn't like sweets that much as a kid. But I remember just eating probably like apple pie and drinking apple cider for like a couple days straight, and just being like to my mom, like I keep pooping like really bad. And she's like, well, what have you been eating? And I'm like, I don't know, I ate like an apple pie and I've drank like a gallon of apple cider like the last 2 days. And she's like, yeah, that's probably why. It'll keep you regular.
How you like them apples?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Goodwill Hunting.
do a lot of football on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we
Or
end up
family
watching the
time?
game. More, I guess both. Depends. Some of the family usually deviates off.
Yeah.
I usually try to play a little guitar for the family as well too. So
Yeah.
brushing
Nice.
up on that. Yeah, but
It's a
we'll
whole show.
end up watching the games at night usually, and then we're usually just like in a food coma and watching some movies and whatnot. I love watching Planes, Trains, and Automobiles this time of year, it's like one of my favorite movies in general anyways, but it is sort of a Thanksgiving movie because they're trying to get home for Thanksgiving, so a lot of times I'll watch that.
John Candy?
John Candy and Steve Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen
Classic.
that movie.
You gotta
I've never
watch it.
seen it.
You gotta watch it.
I remember you telling me that you watch it every Thanksgiving too.
It's such a good movie. It's a John Hughes movie.
I'm gonna watch it this year. I'll watch it this year.
There's a lot of funny moments and it's just a feel good movie. It's nothing crazy going on.
So it sounds like Thanksgiving's a whole experience at your house.
Yeah, dude, it's a good time. I'm looking forward to it.
You watched the parade?
Yeah, some of it. I was gonna say we're doing a 5K this year in the morning too, so we'll be gone a little bit earlier. But we'll probably throw on the parade after that. You gotta watch some of the Macy's Day Parade. I gotta see
You always look for the big Charlie Brown.
Yeah, and the Snoopy and stuff. Woodstock. Hell yeah!
I went to the Macy's Day Parade one year.
Oh, you did?
With my father, with my parents, and my brother.
Was it fun or was it just like crazy?
No, it was kind of wild. It was a little bit of both. Like New York is insane, first of all, and then just being surrounded by all those people and seeing all them floats. Like, it was a lot. I think I was probably like 8 or 9. Yeah, it was crazy. It was cool though. It's at least I can say I went there and I did that once, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's one of those things you got to do. It's like seeing the tree in Rockefeller Center or something like that.
Yeah,
Christmas things.
Yeah. But
Cool, man.
In my house, it's more like you just do your own thing. If you want to put on some sweatpants at some point, it's all good. We're just here to chill.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way where it's like we get like pseudo dressed up. Then like every year I feel like a lot of times we'll be like, just come and whatever. And then like the first person walks in like a dress or whatever. And you're like, fuck.
Damn.
Now I got to put like jeans on and like a shirt or something.
Yeah.
I think usually I rock my Nick look of like like a long sleeve shirt with a t-shirt over it and just some jeans or whatever. I actually have
your Red Sox shirt and your Under Armour shorts.
No, and I switched up the shirt. We actually got Planes, Trains, and Automobiles themed shirt from Etsy this year, but last year I just had like a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving shirt that I was rocking.
If I'm cooking, I'm not getting dressed.
I don't change
turkey,
until
I'm not getting dressed.
I don't change until we're like literally about to eat. Like Ash will be like, "Why didn't you change yet?" And like, because I'm still cooking and like doing stuff, and I don't want to like just get dressed and then dump like a bunch of turkey broth on myself.
Yeah, and I would make the mistake for years. Like I'd want to wear a sweater, so you wear a sweater, but then you've been in this house that's like 150 degrees because the oven's been on for 12 hours straight.
That reminds me of Christmas and Thanksgiving, but especially Thanksgiving. I remember when we go over my grandmother's house, we used to joke that my grandfather had like ice water running through his veins. He was like just always cold, like one of those just older dudes that was always, he was kind of tall and skinny, but just like always cold.
Yeah.
And legitimately, like my mom would always like try to dress up and wear like a nice sweater or whatever on Thanksgiving, and like we'd all end up in like t-shirts because it was like freaking like 90 degrees in the kitchen.
Yeah.
My grandfather would like have a flannel on still and be pushing up the heat. My grandmother would have like, they had a little kitchen and have the oven blasting, like legitimately, like we'd all be in the corner, like just the windows like wide open, be like 40 degrees outside. Yeah, be like 40 degrees outside. My grandfather would like inevitably find out and like walk over and be like, "Who the hell had the window open?" Be like, we're all just like, "I don't know. It's like 110 degrees in here. I feel like a baked turkey by the time we leave." It used to be funny.
I need to I gotta stock up too. I need a couple Thanksgiving beers.
Yeah,
I gotta grab a couple.
You should have some ciders left.
I do have some ciders left, but I plan on sharing those with the guests. I want something that's just for me while I'm making the turkey.
Yeah, you gotta get something high octane. Get yourself a nice stout.
Yeah,
get a Warlock. Get like a 22 of a Warlock or something.
I'm gonna fill up on stout beer before I even get to that turkey. I'm gonna be passed out. Well,
you can bet. Look, your sunroom looks like it would be a nice spot to sort of just pass out like that.
No,
a little pre-turkey nap.
That's where the table.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'll have to nap on the couch. That's all right. It reclines all the way back. I'll be okay. Yeah.
You got a TV right in front of you. You don't have to go far.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah, man. Anything else for Thanksgiving?
No, I think that's about it. About it. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Really looking forward to Christmas, though. Jeremiah's excited. We just picked up a inflatable for the front yard.
Besides the narwhal?
Besides the narwhal, yep. Now he's got an elf. He has an elf buddy.
Nice.
Yeah.
How big is it?
Like 3.5 feet.
Oh, okay.
Not huge. It's not huge, but he's excited. He picked it out all by himself, so he's really, really excited.
Has he started wearing a Santa hat yet?
Dude, he's been wearing the Santa hat for like 2 weeks.
I think we still have his old Santa hat from last year. I think you were. Remember you left it. I think he left it at our house last year at the Super Bowl because he still had it on. And I texted you and like, nah, he needed to lose the Santa hat. Like it was time. You don't need to bring that back.
We had to buy a new one this year. We had to buy it.
Time.
And I'm like, you have a Santa hat. I don't know what you're talking about.
He left it at our house at the Super Bowl.
It doesn't fit me. It's too big. So we had to buy him another one.
I can look to see if we still have that one. But yeah, I think by that point you guys were like, it's time for him to let go of the Santa hat for a little bit. Yeah. It's like almost March.
We're in February at that point.
yeah.
Enough with the Santa hat. We're on to Valentine's Day.
St. Patrick's Day at least.
All right, dude.
All right, man. Well,
until next time, bippity boppity, give me the zoppity.
Bye. PUDs Podcast was produced and recorded in Black Cat Studios by the Pud Boys. Find us on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving us a review and subscribing. Find us on social media, and we'll see you next time.